There isn't much in this world I hate. Big bag bitches though, let me tell you, mate. Visa and MasterCard want to censor our hentai, but they're sitting on a beach drinking Mai Tais, subscribing to OnlyFans while they lie. Land of the free, but I can't even buy what I want without some big in a suit telling me nonchalant. Now dear, don't you know that art ain't right? I can't believe I have to have this irrational fight. Why, oh why does my fiction have to be polite? Hey, big boy in your big slick tower, why does my comic make you cower? Don't you know it's not 1984? We shouldn't have to hide our art anymore. No, you can't make me change my lore. Won't give in to your sensitivity, reader. Don't remember electing a global leader. They're trying to track what I buy, but they don't answer when I ask why. I tell you there is something that solves their slickness. Oh, we can fight this little censorship sickness and keep them out of our business. Hey, big boy in your big slick tower, why does my comic make you cower? Don't you know it's not 1984? We shouldn't have to hide our art anymore. No, you can't make me change my lore. Won't give in to your sensitivity, reader. Don't remember electing a global leader. Please ignore the bros and silly scams. Don't you know all new tech has a few shams? Crypto keeps Big Brother away from our fiction. Can't entertain their censorship addiction. Oh no, won't give in to their senseless restriction. Why does my comic make you cower? Don't you know it's not 1984? We shouldn't have to hide our art anymore. No, you can't make me change my lore. Won't give in to your sensitivity, reader. Don't remember electing a global leader.
I need you all to know that I peed in less than 30 seconds. I got up, I saw the 30-second timer. I'm like, I can get back before then. And I did because I'm amazing. How's everyone? Happy Monday. Look at that. I'm on like what, week 2 or 3 of knowing when Monday is? That's amazing. YouTube, stop telling me to put ads in. God damn. Very good. How's everybody doing? We are here. We are ready. We're going to fuck some shit up with some spicy questions. Ooh. Oh no, the professional question asker's ready to go, sort of, as I move things around on my desk. Oh, man. Did you wash your hands at least? No. We're going all natural, baby. Oh, man. You should always know when Monday is so you can hate it. Yeah, I just came to hate every day of the week equally. That's what happens when you don't work a normal job. Every single day is a work day. Or incidentally, no days are a work day if you so choose. I hope that everybody has had a fantastic weekend, though, and that you are ready for the week. My husband's having a miserable Monday, which is unfortunately par for the course when it comes to dealing with NASA, because they are so incompetent. Oh, man, the joys of having a normal job, of which I have done everything in my power to avoid for my entire life. Working out pretty well. It's working out pretty well. I think that it's given me a nice youthful glow. You can't tell that I'm going to be 34 soon. Very crazy. Be wary of a lady with a whiteboard, as you should be. As you should be. I also had a legitimate schizo board, but took that down finally. Took it down because I found a program that can help me make something much bigger and much more beautifuler. I have not chosen non-work day. Unfortunately, temp laid off for a while now. Oof. Hopefully things get sorted for you, though. Hopefully. When is the government not incompetent? Ugh. Ugh, yes. Yes. I did discover, so we're live on YouTube and Kick. Glorious. Kick is crazy. You know, you can have up to like 120 emotes. I don't know if they're animated or not, but I'm going to have to really start thinking about what to do for emotes because wow. Wow. 60 for non-sub and 60 for the subs. So I think that that's very cool. I will try to make some Kick exclusive emotes as well to kind of try to give people kind of the benefits. Like, do you want to sub over here on YouTube for these limited emotes, or do you want to sub over here for the edgy emotes? I'm gonna see if we can push some limits. I gotta see what the spiciest emote is, and then see how I can skirt that and make it even spicier. Kick's gonna hate me. Are you going to see your cousin the Velociraptor in the new Jurassic World movie? Dude, you know they're on like 6 or 7 movies? I'm not touching that shit. Like, there's too many, there's too much, and now there's so many, like, genetic mutations or monsters. Like, just make it about dinosaurs. Remember when Jurassic Park was about the Jurassics in the park? What the fuck? It's not difficult. How many buttons does the mouse have? So this mouse is by Red Dragon. It is the only acceptable mouse for gamers. If you are a true gamer, you have one of these. This is a 16-button side piece button here, and on the top you have 4 programmable buttons here, and then one very, very nice programmable emergency button. We don't touch the red button on this stream. The red button for me is my kill button, so if I push that, everything will explode. That means that there's a panic to be had, and somebody who is not my husband is attempting to come down into the basement and gaze upon my many monitors. That's a bad thing. This is the instant safe for work button. And that's just what happens. Yes. Timu, no buttons. Jesus, get out of here. Using a bad dragon mouse, basically. Why do all the new mouses have flashy rainbow LEDs? Well, because that helps it mouse better. Everybody knows that. Everyone knows that. Jurassic Park and dinosaurs. Okay, Grandma. Look at that! And Streamlabs is working. We now have our bot posting our timed sponsors. Please be sure to check it out. Look at me. So there used to be a thing. So I'm from the before days. So Streamlabs, which was bought out by Logitech, which explains why it sucks ass now, also acquired Onkbot. Onkbot used to be 100% free, a downloadable app where you could attach it to various accounts or whatever, so that way you could have your own custom bot. You can't do that anymore. I need to go find I wonder if the old downloads for Onkbot would still work. But Streamlabs makes you pay for that feature now. It's like $15 a month. I'd like to sue them, but I don't think that that's possible. I'd like Onkbot. I want my Onkbot back. But I did get to have a walk down memory lane and see all my old commands. I got to see all my old quotes and things like that. So there were some very, very fun things there. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Don't take his name in vain. Whose name? I don't even know who we're talking about. This is what happens when I don't look at chat right away when I'm speaking certain words. Sometimes I just completely forget what I've said like just a minute ago. You'll say, fuck Logitech. Logitech is a terrible company, and they enjoy giving money to people who don't, I'm sorry, not money, but free product to people who do nothing for them just because they're a tax write-off. So, you know, Fuck Logitech. They also make an inferior product. Can't support them. But that's just me. Sounds like a hunt through GitHub would be required for a new bot. Probably. There's a couple of things I need to actually acquire now. So I need a better downloadable bot thing because I don't want to support Streamlabs. I'd like to actually move away from it completely if possible, but it's a little bit difficult, I guess. And then, is it the Red Dragon M913? I think so. No, it's the M990 RGB1. Made in China. Logitech was once great. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. True. I don't neglect you. Have you researched the money behind Relooted? No, I haven't given them too much of a deep dive, but I do know that there is some tomfoolery going on there in terms of being given awards and some attention from otherwise people that really wouldn't give them attention. But I didn't put too much work into it. We are going to stream it, however. Relooted will be a day one purchase and stream. I actually went onto Steam to wishlist it so that way I could be notified when it does come out because there is no release date. Ah, my heaty pads, go away. I don't need you right now. My spine hurts, but I don't need you. Please tell Beardo Jay got sponsored by Dude Wipes before him. Damn, that's crazy. Does everybody just get... You know what? Maybe I should be Beardo's sponsorship manager. So that's something that I used to do. I used to actually do sponsorship management. I used to help either streamers or charities basically get into contact with various companies, whether it be for product or games or things like that. And, you know, that's something that I could do. I used to work miracles. I used to get people who otherwise didn't get sponsors. But I also sold them as a package deal. So I don't know. But we gotta get Beardo some sponsors, don't we? Speaking of sponsors, use code SAVVY from Meta PCs if you're looking for an upgrade laptop or just another machine, because why not? You can use code SAVVY to get some spicy little sales on there, depending, of course, how big your purchase is. That increases the amount of money that you would otherwise get, because that's how percents work. And then you can also use code SAVVY at the Dragon's Treasures. That way you can buy yourself some tea. While you're admiring your beautiful new machine, you can relax with some... Fuck my tea! It's upstairs! Dick. Ass. I'm not going to leave you guys with a video. I'm just going to leave you with Flareon. And before anybody calls me a non-believer, if anybody thinks that I haven't reset the shorts counter and that you can clearly see I'm not wearing shorts. My shorts! Oh, man. Yeah. Yesterday, though, I did wear jeans. Speaking of a dull sponsorship. There we go. Oh, did I show my belly button? Oops. That's disgusting. Disgusting. Today I'm drinking the apple cider tea. Now, I actually do have an issue where technically I'm allergic to apples, but what it is I no longer produce the enzyme needed to digest the skin of apples. So I got this tea actually from my husband, but I tried it. I mean, I didn't get sick from it. So either there's not enough apple in it for it to trigger anything, or no skins were used. Now, I don't know how all that works when they go through with drying apple. I just stay away from apple because it can make me not feel well. But this is so good. So good. So you can do that with the Dragon's Treasure. You can go to dragonstreasure.com. Use code SAVVY to get 10% off. Either way, it's good, wonderful tea. The combinations are fantastic. Please go buy them. Damn, you're allergic to Caleb. Damn it. We got Savvy's midriff before Beardo's legs. Bam. Belly button better than feet. Actually, my belly button is very cute. I have a little mole beside it, and it's very, very cute. No apple pie? Nope, can't have apple pie unless it's skinned. But even then, I still kind of get a little sick. But I think that's just because I'm not used to eating sweets and stuff, so I don't typically do that. Why was I unsubscribed? I don't know. That's really weird. I'm so sorry. The hell did I walk into? Tea, wholesome conversations. We're very wholesome right now. I'm wiggling in. Oh, I'll angle you guys down a tad. I think I must have moved the webcam a little bit while I was moving things around. There we go. Look at that! Look. Ah, my Streamlabs stuff is actually working. Although, did the other one pop up? I don't know. Officer, she flashed her belly button at me. That demon. That terrible demon. God damn it. Also, did you guys know? So I have a pink, or I'm sorry, I don't have a pink. Oh wait, when did that change? Oh, that's right. My lewd, the lewd stuff is on the inside. But so this is my old Fold. I have the Fold 3. Did you guys know that the Fold 6 comes in pink? Oh my god, I fucking want it. But also, there's another phone that just got announced that we have to talk about. We have to talk about it. And I think that it's very cool, and I honestly might get it. Savvy's allergic to life, let's be honest. I'm allergic to a lot of things, yeah. Let's see here. So we don't want to jump into Riot. Ooh, shit. Okay, hold on. Please don't flash porn. Hang on. Just in case. Eee! It didn't break. Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh my gosh. Also, I guess I could turn up the brightness here. There. So that way I don't look so tired. The shadows that get casted. Ugh. But unfortunately for me, so I'm very light sensitive, actually having ring lights and stuff. The reason why it's always so dark in the basement is because I have severe light sensitivity issues on top of being allergic to UV radiation. Unfortunately, anything bright on me for a while just absolutely destroys me. I know it's normal to be bothered by those things, but my botheredness, it's kind of peaking. Glaceon wouldn't have ignored us. True. Flareon is shy. Flareon kept her eyes closed. But yes, so couple things. First, so I want to give a little news update because I find this to be fascinating. I think that this is important too, just to document, completely unrelated to the gaming news that we're going to talk about, but just because we talked about the killer in Minnesota who killed the one politician and the spouse, and then gravely injured, or I guess gravely is not the right. They're gonna make a recovery, right? So he did shoot somebody else, but they will make recoveries, which is good. So the news kept claiming that there was a manifesto, or people were going on saying release the manifesto. Well, apparently there's not a real manifesto. I honestly don't know why this was being reported in the first place. Every local source I've spoken to has only ever stated that it was a target list. Now, target lists and manifestos are completely different. Manifestos usually contain more words, more reasoning. It's a declaration. It's a lot of things. It's not just a target list. It's not just a death note, right? So this is mildly important. Because it looks like we won't get the words of the individual to understand their brain, but instead we will hopefully just get the list. But it's interesting that the list still won't be revealed, and it makes you wonder. If the list was full of Democrats, it would absolutely be released. But I suspect it's actually mixed, and that's why they're not releasing it. I don't think it's 100% Republicans after that, But I think that it's probably a mixed bag of apples, basically. Okay, so Savvy is a vampire, lol. Cool. I am actually the closest thing to a vampire, and it's really fascinating to think that the actual story of vampires and the things that are their weaknesses were probably inspired by somebody who shared the exact same allergies that I do, because I am actually allergic to garlic. The entire family causes me severe stomach pains. Every time I eat, it's very painful. Every time I eat out, very painful. There's a reason why I get food poisoning as often as I do. It's not always food poisoning. It's just me having an allergic reaction, which really sucks. So very, very cool. I have green eyes, fairly light sensitive. So I've never had light sensitivity. I used to stare at the sun and be perfectly fine. Now I can't even have, a stormy day. Still upset. Doin, thank you so much for the squiggly 5. Yeah. Light sensitivity is a swine. Shouldn't have set my RGBs to noise activated before watching a Savvy stream. Also true. Never do that. Since actually taking a medication. So there's a medication called Tamiflu, and after I took that, I suffered from every single reaction that they had, both known and unknown. I actually should have been hospitalized, but at the time, I would have never been able to afford the hospital visit. So I just accepted that I would either die or I would make it through. And so after a few days, and I finally wasn't on death's door. It took me about a month to recover, and it wasn't until 20 days later that I was able to go outside. And then lo and behold, the first time I go outside, and boom, I turn red, and it's crazy and terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Savvy, your eyes are brown. This is now the newest gaslighting propaganda, which is wild. Do crosses affect you? They might. We haven't pressed one against my forehead lately. Yes. Oh man. So that would be that. But yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to give this little update, and I think that the language is important to keep track of. And so the way that the news is handling things, well, we'll fucking know. We'll fucking know. Next up, we got the warriors of the gaming industry who never fail to always be on the right side. Kotaku puts out an article stating Borderlands 4 reveals $70 price tag, proving all the drama was for nothing. Now, we're just going to base things off of this headline because there's no point in ever reading a Kotaku article. Nobody gives a shit. Everything that they need to say is right there in the headline. Otherwise, why would they phrase it as such, right? Surely nobody would ever be nefarious and try to get people to click on an article based off of the headline. So we're going to judge it solely based off of that. Now, if you remember, an individual from the actual company stated if you are a fan of the game, true fans will actually shell out the money when it comes to an $80 game. So dropping it down to $70 is really disingenuous when the game is probably only worth about $10, but that $10 doesn't go to them, it should go to the player because holy shit, the Borderlands writing went off a cliff. Oh my goodness. Also, thank you, Dev. Yes, it's been wonderful, and I've gotten my shit together. I've streamed so regularly, it's weird. Nothing is what many people will be spending on Borderlands. Exactly. So, obviously, Kotaku always being for the gamer. The 4 activists that they have left are on the side of corporate greed. Congratulations, Kotaku. Thank you so much for always speaking the gamers' truths. Yay. I'd rather give Savvy those $80 than Greasy Randy's hands. Hey, cheers. I will not complain about that. Regular Savvy streams proves the timeline is healing. It's true. And actually, as we jump into timeline healing news, homies, this is why today was called the Fuck Around Find Out edition. Oh my goodness, we must rejoice. So for those who don't know, there's been a lot of drama around the SAG-AFTRA strikes. Obviously, people are not happy with them as they try to bully an international company into having AI protection clauses, even though they already have the AI protection clauses. But it was never really about that. It was about trying to get Hoyoverse, a Chinese company, to basically go full pro-union. Well, that's never going to happen because they're an international company. that is in a location that has a different set of laws, rules, and things that they need to adhere to. Well, Karina and a couple of other voice actors who are all union-based were obviously being a bunch of disgruntled monkeys about this. They were flinging their feces, they were screeching loudly, bouncing around, and trying to destroy things. Karina and the Kiking, or whatever the fuck the character's name is, I don't know the character. I interacted with them long ago, and then that was it. I don't have the character. So I don't know really much about the character. I just started playing back in January. I know all the pretty femboys, but I don't know that one because it's a chick. And honestly, a lot of people like the character, but you know, it's like, I like the character, don't get me wrong. It's just, it's on the list of, haven't really interacted much with you. Anyway, so those two voice actors went after the replacement VA for Kinich, and it was a Japanese man in Japan doing the English voiceover for Kinich, because that voice actor refused to work, even though Hoyo was a non-struck, non-union project, which union people are not even supposed to take those jobs. But, you know, they just lie and gaslight everybody into how all that works. So Karina and the other voice actor said awful things about him, basically wishing for his family to starve and trying to speculate on his financial situation. Not Kiki, the second one there. I'm so bad at some of these names. But, yeah, so anyway, so Karina had been refusing to work, but was still willing to, I'm sorry, Karina didn't refuse to work until 16 days ago. So we got an interview where Karina basically said, oh yeah, you know, I'm not gonna voice it anymore. People were calling me a hypocrite, but you know, hiring Jacob was the final straw. Well, she knew she wasn't gonna have a job because there's another voice actor now for Paimon, and let me tell you something, she's actually very cute sounding.
Okay, don't panic. Paimon heard that dreams tell us what we need by showing us the opposite. So, if you had a nightmare, maybe all you need is something to cheer you up. Come on, Paimon will treat you to something yummy.
That's much cuter. That's much easier on the ears, and I'm about to expose myself here because the follow-up question, which would be very logical, is why do you know that? Sounds kind of like Fluttershy from My Little Pony. Friendship is magic. I'm not gonna explain why I know that, but it's cute and I really like it. Very, very sweet. So Karina no longer involved. Can't wait. I hope that this person gets to get paid big fucking dollars and goes back and redoes all the voice lines. And if that happens, I might actually set up a second account in English. I don't know. That's a lie. I would never, because I can't tolerate most English voice acting. But this is cute. Shake! Thank you so much for the 5. I do appreciate it. But yes, I like Friendship is Magic, says a chatter. Says Chatter Rabnat. Yes, it wasn't bad. It honestly wasn't a bad show. I don't think any of us are surprised you know what a Fluttershy sounds like. Listen, bitch. Listen, I'm not a fucking brony, but I dated one briefly. All right, that's how I know. That's how I know. I walked in on the boyfriend at the time. He was sitting there with his other guy friends, very seriously watching the new release of the fucking My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. I walk in, I'm standing there in the doorway. The dude's dad is even fucking there, and I'm like, you're all watching this fucking show? And he's like, yeah, it's got a good message. It's wholesome. And looking back on it now, I wish I had actually joined them because it was wholesome male bonding and I would have loved to observe it. But holy shit. Oh, man. You watch it with your sister? Yeah, there's honestly nothing wrong with it. What do you call a femboy that has a vaganga asking for a friend? A female. That's called a woman. Did he have a Rainbow Dash jar? No, he did not have a Rainbow Dash jar. He was normal. Savvy wishes to bond with other normal men. Something like that. Are you sure they were not gay? No, they were not gay. None of them were gay. Oh, hello. Hello. Now we need Paimons at CU to read Schmiegel's from the Lord of the Rings lines. Oh my god. That's amazing. That is crazy. Arch is a brony. That is true. That is very true. But let's move on. So this was the fuck around find out. So everybody's happy. Union voice actors are getting poo-pooed on, and that's a win in my book. I do hope, though, in the future, international companies will stop outsourcing things, including localization, to another nation. There's no reason for it. You have plenty of English speakers in your own country. Utilize that and give them jobs. Stop selling the fucking IP or whatever over to a group so that way they can bastardize it. Because I swear to God, it's getting worse in the phrasing. Excited for Whale Mommy Skirk? You have no idea. Also, I love that the little symbols that float around characters sometimes is like on her outfit. Like it's very interesting. I noticed that. Like so when I'm doing stuff, I don't know who this comes from. I don't know if it comes from Venti, but whenever I'm using Venti, and then sometimes I look and then I see these blue floating things around them. I'm sure it's related to somebody's skill, right? Well, it looks exactly like the little designs on Skirk's outfit. And I'm like, why do you have an Abyss connection? But it is what it is, and I'm excited. I also like the lore reason for why she's cryo instead of another element, but it do be what it do be, I guess. Are you see about Aether and Lumina's English voice? Yeah, I don't know anything about those voice actors. I'm assuming that they're just nice, neutral people. And I hope that they continue to have fun with it. I don't play in English, so I don't know what they really even sound like. I don't listen to any of the English broadcasts. I don't listen to any English content. I do my absolute best to actually actively avoid it because I don't need any more ear rape. You'll never convince me that an English voice actor reading localized lines will ever outdo the original delivery. And yes, I do enjoy listening to it in Chinese. I do listen to it in Japanese, however, just so that way I can kind of hear what's going on without necessarily having to read things. I don't know any Chinese whatsoever, but with Japanese, I can sort of get by on listening to certain things. Savvy, can you explain to me what it means to be on the right side of history when it comes to gaming? I have heard Reddit people and game journos say it a couple of times, and it makes no sense to me. So the right side of history when it comes to gaming is supporting developers who create what you want to create and not forcing developers to put things in that that they don't want to. It would be for the gaming culture, for the love of story, for the love of character, for the love of creativity, allowing anything to go in fiction. If you are against those things, you are on the wrong side of gaming history. So, game journalists are on the wrong side. Activists are actively on the wrong side. Redditors are more often than not on the wrong side. Most of the American terminally online fandom is on the wrong side. Governments are definitely on the wrong side because they only exist to censor. Basically, everybody's on the wrong side who's pro-censorship. Makes it easy. Yes. DSP is now a games journalist. How? Venti has a ton of lore and connections to the Abyss. Yes, he does. And tossing the gate into the ocean. Venti used to be super powerful and was tossing mountains around. Yeah, I know. Like, everybody used to be super powerful, too. Like, fucking Zhongli. He used to be way more badass. He was a violent motherfucker, apparently. He's an asshole. How is he a thing? Oh yeah, I need to ask him where he gets his shirts from. Bruh, you could just call yourself a game journalist and start writing about games, and then there you go. That's it. In other, though, on the wrong side of history news, a lot of people were upset over a shirt this weekend. I'm ready to go to Off-Kai next week. Here's a joke. I got deported at my Oshi's meet and greet. Very cool, right? Funny. That's fucking hilarious. This guy's funny. That's a meme. Can this be a permission ticket to punch people? I have to sneeze it so bad. Fuck! I'm allergic to this bullshit. Anyway, so this person wants to punch people over a shirt. And this side also says, oh, these people who cry about foreign flags are upset that somebody said that they want to punch someone. Like, yeah, actually. If you're at a riot waving a fucking foreign flag, you're probably a terrorist. Incidentally, wearing a shirt at a convention does not make you a terrorist. Fun fact. Very cool. So that's a thing. Then Homie, in the most fascinating of self-owns. Where is it? Anyway, we got into a back and forth, and this individual with pronouns in their bio, this is a woman, by the way, in case you couldn't tell by the emotional bullshit, attempted to say that the shadows in my hair meant that I bleach my hair and that I'm not a natural blonde. And it's just really funny that they tried to assert that they used their eyes to observe that maybe somebody wasn't what they identify as, and that should be okay. So by that logic, you can see where I'm going with that one. Eliani, thank you so much for the 2. Why is the talent pool for English VAs so shallow? Well, it's because of the union. And over on one of the last streams, we talked about this. So one of the negotiators of SAG-AFTRA literally admitted that they blacklist people and refuse to work with people who go against the union. Now, this is a story that I've told before, but I was basically blacklisted before I even started. So I got to have some talks with some VAs, VA representatives, union reps, and things like that, both when I was in California and then going to conventions. And in each of those conversations, I didn't really play ball. I didn't seem interested in their politics at the time. And this was before they started using, crazy language, or like even that I started picking up on things. But I wasn't really enthusiastic, and I asked too many questions. So unfortunately, I got blacklisted before even getting to start. And at the time, a lot more of the companies kind of used the union, whereas nowadays they don't, right? There's a lot more non-union actors getting actual work, which is really nice. But unfortunately, it's still a problem. On top of that, maybe the studio that you like has a union agreement, and then those individuals will actively ask for a list of people not to work with. This is a very real thing that happens, and luckily now we have some actual proof to back this up. So this is something that I experienced. It's not the first time that I experienced it. The same thing happened when I went to Hollywood to try to be an actress. I wanted to do that, and then I was introduced to the way that you do it. And again, I disagreed with the whole union bullshit. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to have to pay anybody. I just wanted to be able to audition and be judged for my skill, and not whether or not I was part of a clique or able to be worked with and that kind of thing. So I didn't like those things. I refused to get on my knees and suck the dicks of others for any reason whatsoever. I hate petting somebody's ego just to get something. I feel like I should be judged based off of my skill, and that's why I will forever remain unemployed. I'm just kidding. That's why I actually went off and did my own thing, because I saw the way that things worked and I didn't like it, so I kept going. I just kept doing my own thing. Benjathan, thank you so much for continuing your membership for 3 months. Hey, piss breath. God damn. That's one hell of a way to start it out. Don't put poop in your eyes. That won't cleanse the cursed shit you've seen. Seriously, though, get some rest away from the monitor. No thanks. I'm good. I don't believe in getting away from the monitor at all. Carlos, thank you so much for the squiggly too. Like always, they want slave, not coworker. Very true. Savvy, did you catch the Brown Dust 2 stream this past weekend? I've clicked around it. I love them, dude. I'm so stoked for Brown Dust. It's gonna be a great summer. Such a good summer. They're so generous. They're so goofy. I love all of them. I need to draw some fan art for them because I really want to draw like Lathel and some of the others. I've just been so freaking busy these days. I'm pretty sure I get vitamin D from my monitors. Please take some supplements if you don't go outside. I do, and I will always have to take them. So for that, I actually have very healthy vitamin D levels. Very fun. It's the Screen Actors Guild, and guilds historically were about consolidating power, maintaining secrets, and being a gatekeeper. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, man. But anyway, so these are just more unhinged people doing things. And of course, got ratioed to hell and back. Can't everybody, I don't want to go too far down because some people start using some spicy words there. But it's just a funny thing. So they're all a little bit crazy. On top of that, I did say, while we were talking about phones at the very beginning, there's a new phone coming out. There is a Trump phone that was announced. And the specs for the price are not terrible. On top of that, big sucker for headphone jacks. It is an Android, so that could be a make or break for some people. But I gotta say, I honestly kind of want it. I kind of want to buy a few of them, if I'm being perfectly honest. I would buy one for myself and then a couple to remain closed. 12 gigs of RAM. Yes. Yes, very interesting. So storage, 256, display. I don't know what some of these things mean. The main camera is apparently 50 megapixels. These things are actually not, they don't mean anything anymore because there's all this post-processing that the computers do, and it's actually really annoying and makes pictures look terrible and uncanny. Any photo that I take raw in my DSLR is 1,000 times better than whatever the post-processing is of my iPhone. And I'm just talking about just general, like, point and click, not with my high-end fucking lens, just as a basic one. So, probably just a skin on a Samsung phone, most likely. But I'm here for it, and it'll be worth a lot of money in the future if you don't open it. Does it come with the killing the ducks ringtone? I sure hope so. That would be amazing. A Trump phone, where is it assembled? That's actually a really good thing to look into. If it's not made in America, somebody could call him out for that. Somebody could call. You know what? Let's go find out. Let's go. Trump phone announcement. Oh my God. Let's see here. I want the actual website, not your fucking stupid news shit. Here we go. Trump.com. This should have the phone. Media, maybe? All celebrating 40 years. Launches bold new wireless service. Here we go. A new cellular. Okay, so June 16th, New York. Alongside the team from Trump. God, this fucking white background. Alongside the team from Trump Mobile, Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump unveil the T1 Mobile, a transformational new cellular service designed to deliver top-tier connectivity, unbeatable value, and all-American service for our nation's hardest-working people. Blah, 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 blah. Announcing the 10-year anniversary of their father's launch of his historic presidential campaign, Trump Mobile is the next-generation wireless provider with bold ambitions and a customer-first mission. You know what all of this actually reminds me of? And, like, in some instances, it can be fine. In other instances, wow, that's the biggest red flag in the world. But it's like, he's president right now. He's a businessman. He's not a career politician, so this is why I'm, like, sort of okay with it. But, you know, like, one could argue it's just a little funny, you know? If the context was changed who was doing this, there'd be some head tilts. But because it's Trump, you're kind of like, fuck yeah, memes. Memes. So, you know, I'm here for unlimited talk, text, and data. Wait a second. The Trump Mobile will offer 5G service through all 3 major cellular carriers. At the heart of the Trump Mobile is its flagship, the 47 plan, which is available for only $47.45. I love them per month. Subscribers will receive the following added benefits: unlimited talk, text, and data, probably with a cap for max speeds, complete device protection, and 24/7 roadside assistance through Drive America. Telehealth services include the virtual medical care, mental health support, blah, blah, free international calling to more than 100 countries, including many with American military bases to help honor the families. No contracts and no credit check. This isn't terrible. Ayani, thank you so much for the 2 goal. And we've now unlocked me making a bush emote. Congratulations. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. I do appreciate officially getting a bush emote now. And yes, it will be very bushy. I'm currently looking for where the phone is made. Customers can make the switch to Trump Mobile, which is a short phone call to 888-TRUMP-45. Trump Mobile's best-in-class customer service team, based in the United States, will be available 24 hours, working with all 3. That's interesting that they got all 3 major carriers to do this. Trump Mobile is on the nation's largest 5G network, so customers will have strong signal. Well, customers can easily switch using their current plan. Trump Mobile is also excited to announce that it'll release the T1 phone in August, my birthday month. Aw, it's sleek gold smartphone engineered for performance and proudly designed and built in the United States. For more information and to sign up for Trump Mobile, visit TrumpMobile.com. Okay, let's sign up. We'll send you to here. We'll subscribe to this. Thank you. Let's see here. down payment $100, status coming soon. I mean, if it's made in America and it's on all 3 of the networks somehow, like, why would you use any of the others? Now, this is where, though, so this is actually where I might suggest perhaps something else, because my plan is cheaper and I do get better service than a standard phone. Benjathan, thank you for the swiggly too. Will Bush be with or without skin? Can there be a mole? There will be a mole under the bush. This is gonna be hilarious. Oh my gosh. It'll be a nice naked mole rat. So I currently use a completely different system than the standard human being. So I bought a T-Mobile hotspot in which I pay $20 a month for. And this allows me to basically have a phone without having a phone. So when I'm out, I can still do all the things that I normally do. I just connect to it as if it's a wireless network, and I'm good to go. This gives me unlimited phone calls, text messaging anywhere in the world. How? Well, because I use a service called Talkatone. I use a voice over IP phone number that I got for free. I can go ahead and give this application, $5 a month for a premium service, but I don't need it. I have been doing this since January, and not only have I had better service than my husband, and he's on the exact same network because the dedicated box is built for this and it has better range and better connection than just a phone would. But also, it's a shit ton cheaper. It's cheaper. So now when I buy a phone, I just own the phone outright instead of doing some goofy ass shit. But I also haven't needed a new phone in a while. Although when the iPhone gets more frustrating, I'll switch over to using my Fold. But both of them could eventually use an upgrade, but I use my iPad more so. I need to go blow my nose real quick. The sneeze fucked me. I'm so stuffy. I'm stuffy. This is fucking crazy. Oh, much better. Holy shit. Okay. No chair stream. I'm back. It's fine. But yes. So anyway, very, very interesting little thing here. If it's, however, on all 3 networks, this could be a good switch for some people who desperately need service and travel a lot. Trumpet like an elephant. Oh, did you hear it? Oh no. Ugh, I can be a little noisy of the nose. It's very annoying, actually. This only happened after moving back to the East Coast. Didn't have these problems in Nebraska, not in Texas, not when I go to the fucking West Coast. No, it's only here on the East Coast that I'm perpetually stuffy, and it's very painful. That's so annoying. From at least what's posted, the phone isn't terrible and competes, probably, in some specs with current flagship phones that are 2 to 3x the price. Yes! That is the interesting thing. I'm actually really surprised. And the fact that it's made in America, that could be, that's honestly a reason for me wanting to switch. Like, the fact that it's genuinely made in America. I think that that's pretty cool. Psychotic Mongoose, thank you so much for gifting a membership. Please enjoy to the lucky individual. Wait a second. Psychotic Mongoose, this has happened before. You received your own gifted membership.
Yahoo!
That's amazing. Savvy totally go move back to Texas? Dude, I wish we could, but there's no way. Our family is here, and with all the health problems between my family and his family, there's just, I mean, we couldn't even move to Florida if we really wanted to, and we do. Oh my God, I'm so gassy. We couldn't even move to Florida because right now the drive up to Canada is only 9 hours to get to my grandparents, which is super important. And it's just like, I don't know. Unless my husband's parents moved back to Germany, then, you know, and if my parents had committed to moving to Florida, understandable, but everybody's here right now and it just makes it easy. On top of that, like, my mom's not going to want to leave me because we will be having kids. We'll start having kids. I'll be perpetually pregnant, possibly, starting next year. So that's terrifying to think about. Some people have speculated that I might be pregnant now. I'm not. I've ignored those and just laugh at them with my husband because some of my food tweets, you know, I could understand why people say that. So I just let people, you know, have their memes or whatever. But I am not pregnant right now. I intend to quit marijuana completely several months before we start trying, because I wouldn't want to risk any problems for my potential children. I don't know necessarily. I'm not trying to say like, oh, marijuana is definitely bad or good or whatever, impacts, you know, the little starting clumps of cells or anything like that. But I'd just rather be completely pure before we do that. So if I'm going to, you know, bring something into this world, I'm going to do it very responsibly. Also, you would basically step outside in Florida and ignite. Yes. Florida does have huge bugs, yes. Yes, I do partake in the marriageweens. I have, so I started doing it late into my 25th year of existing. And the reason for that is the guy that I was with at the time, he was just trying to offer some help. I was in a lot of pain due to a spinal rotation. My hips are misaligned, and I just had a couple of other things going on, and nothing was helping. And I didn't want to, you know, keep taking high doses of prescription painkiller. So he said, here's a natural remedy. And it did help, and it does help. So I'm very thankful for having that option, and I do partake in the marriageweens nightly. But I do go off of it for several months at a time, just when I'm bored, and want to reset my body. Yes. The memes will continue until she's pregnant. Yes. And that's totally fine. I'm totally fine with it. But I am just letting you guys know this is like the official statement. I am not actually pregnant. There is no baby right now. So any references to smoking the marriageweens, please don't take the pregnancy post seriously. Because some people do, you know, they'll be like, oh my God, she smokes weed. And there are people saying that she's pregnant. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm not. So, yes. All of that's wonderful and good news. And then what else do we have here? Yes, in final major big news, the live action Legend of Zelda movie has reportedly begun casting for the roles of Link and Zelda. Tried to combine them. The studio is looking for actors between 16 and 23. So luckily, they haven't even casted anybody, which means all of that drama around Hunter was completely fabricated, and it was just basically tied to the activists and the PR firm to Hunter. Zink and Zelda, yes. Some people are just dumb. Legend of Zink. Oh, man. I was born in the 70s, so I don't have allergies. My parents beat them out of me. I wish my parents had beat me just a little bit harder, man. Really wish that they would have. But it's okay. It's fine. It is what it is. What a strange thing to say, but that's, you know, whatever. Why did anyone think it wasn't fabricated? It was rumors because Hunter did a really good cosplay. Hunter did not do a really good cosplay. Hunter just existed, and the PR firm said, you know what? This would be great to get people talking about Hunter. He's a dude who looks like ass, all right? He's got one good photo that everybody uses, but just like everybody else, once you take the fucking makeup off, the dude clearly had his femboy death, and now he's just clinging to relevancy, all right? Like it is what it is, all right? Dude's not attractive in the slightest. I don't care what anybody says. And there are, don't get me wrong, oh my God, there are beautiful fucking femboys out there who could potentially take the roles of women. And you know what? I wouldn't give a shit. But, Hunter is not a femboy. So, you know, basically the future of Elon Musk's son. No, I don't recognize that. I don't recognize the daughter thing. I don't recognize that shit. Take it from Savvy. She's bisexual. And a man. But yes, so luckily, casting has only just begun. And I still believe that they are fucking retarded for doing live action. They should do an animated movie. I don't know why they wouldn't. They had a great deal of success with the Mario animated movie. Why not do Zelda? You get the beautiful squash and squish, and you get the exaggerations, and you get beautiful, you know, uncanny valley shit. You don't have to rely on green screens as much because the world of Zelda is very magical. They will have to use green screen.
Yeah.
So. Putin pays me to post. Thank you for the 2. Savvy should be Zelda. No, God, no. I so totally appreciate the sentiment. A couple people have said this. I don't have the facial structure for Zelda, all right? When you look at me, you do not think elegance and warmth, all right? You think basement-dwelling gremlin. Now, if my nose and my jaw maybe were a little bit slightly different, okay, you might have an anatomical argument. But they're not. I don't fit the aesthetic, all right? I'm too Russian looking. And I don't look at Zelda and think Russian. I think beautiful, British, beautiful with nice cheekbones, maybe even Irish, Welsh, something like that. Something just really elegant. Not on the other spectrum there where I'm kind of less elegant. Just slash some green paint on Savvy and you indeed get a decent goblin. Exactly. See, I actually would love that. I would unironically love to play a fucking goblin. Savvy after nose job and jaw job. Exactly. They can do all sorts of shit with makeup and contouring. Yeah, I know. It's just I'm really hard on myself. Lucy, thank you for the 2. Hunter would. No, if you saw Hunter without makeup and natural, you'd be like, okay, no, that's definitely a dude regardless. Like, I'm sorry. There are some dudes, like femboys, real femboys, who make for very confusing observations for some men. And, I think that they should be considered over somebody like Hunter. So, you don't want to be Welsh? Well, you may not want to be, but, that's the area that I would picture Zelda being from. Oh! Thank you for reminding me. Where did I miss it? Benjathan! Holy shit. Oh, you know what? It's because we were memeing over Psychotic Mongoose, and then I guess there was a delay. I don't know. Benjathan, thank you so much for the squiggly tat. I'm so sorry that I missed it. Thank you for reminding me. See, I'm retarded. I'm not an politically agreeing. Don't get me wrong. I like protecting nature. Deforestation has been very bad these past few decades. It's great to see that some women still care nowadays. It's true. We believe in the power of the bush here. We do. Hang on. And then, okay, we're good. I got the one above it. Sorry for the distraction. Yeah, exactly. Blame Psychotic Mongoose, damn it. Goblins, I hate goblins. Goblin Slayer Abridged is too good. Ugh. I love the Abridged series, man. Link should play as Zelda. Oh, ha 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 ha. Wouldn't that be funny? You could go for Ganon. I might be a little skinny for Ganon. Might be a little skinny. I would say, Scandinavian. A beautiful Icelandic woman. Ugh, yes. Savvy has polite sloped feet, cancels out basement dweller. It's true. I went back and I watched that clip, and the strangest thing, my leg looks so, abnormally thin. I don't deny having thin legs, but the view, definitely, the angle somehow distorted it, and it makes it seem like my toes are longer than they are. My toes were not that dramatically long. That's crazy. Pura, maybe, because you're so smart. No, she's got too much of a round face. I'm not very, very, very good at that. Most links are 15. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are 17 and 18, though. So it depends. Ocarina of Time's link, I think, was 17 or 18. And Twilight Princess's link is also older. So I think that there's a good mix of ages, honestly. How much do you want to bet they'll bring up Link's cross-dressing in the film? Oh, absolutely. Even though it's supposed to be a joke, you just know Hollywood would love to run with it. Yeah, no, that'll absolutely happen. Well, it depends if the movie's a trilogy or not, but they'll bring it up. I mean, they have to at one point. It is such a fun thing. We just ignore the people who take it too seriously. That's all. And I'm one of the people. I'm a cross-dressing Link enjoyer. I fucking loved that shit. It was hilarious. It was funny. I personally like some of the darker fan fictions around it because why not? But the people who take it so seriously and use that as a means of saying that Link is trans or into being gay or whatever, fuck off. Just fuck off. You're mentally unwell and you'd be the first in line for a lobotomy. Again, a shame that the lobotomy, I say this all the time, but more and more every single day, it just becomes more true. It is such a tragic crime that the lobotomy debuted so early because it was government approved, even though the real experts were saying that it wasn't safe, but the government ignored them. The government kept pushing it. And these people today who fucking worship the COVID shit, they would have been first in line. And you know what a lobotomy does? It basically neutralizes somebody Makes it so that way they can't really communicate. Makes it so that way they don't really express emotion too much. Would solve a lot of anger that we see. Probably wouldn't have a single fucking riot. Wouldn't have these angry blue-haired freaks yelling. Oh, the gaming industry would have healed so fast. It would have been so good. Oh, shit. YouTube shut me down. I'm just kidding. I don't think I got shut down. The page just broke. Okay, I can see you guys again. I got scary. I was like, oh god, here we go. I'm getting mass reported. I thought Zelda was already cast. Yeah, I know a lot of people did. No, they're not casted at all. Remember 14 was a legal adult in Japan back in Ocarina of Time came out, so Adult Link still was a child by US standards. Oh, they consider 22-year-old women even today as being a child. I get called a child. All right? We have people online who say that you are a pedophile if you're into a 50-year-old Japanese woman. Isn't that crazy? Vote savvy for the next president for lobotomies. I'd probably run on it. I could make the lobotomy sound appealing too. Just call it a cure for depression. That's it. You use some crazy fucking lingo and you can gaslight these people to be calling for the return of the lobotomy. Actually, I thought about it. I started outlining basically a propaganda account and website just to see if I could. And it started looking too good, so I deleted it. It scared me, and I was like, no, this is definitely believable. So, the classic 21-year-old child. Yes, exactly. At that point, why not just go full maid? Well, you know, that's what Canada's for. Wouldn't work on you, though? What? Oh, what, a lobotomy? God, no. Ugh. My brain's too stupid for that shit. But yeah, anyway, that's always like my go-to thing there. But that's the news. That's the news on this wonderful Monday. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that fucking crazy? We speed ran that. It's only been an hour. Let's see here. We'll jump into this just that way I can go hunt around and see if we can't find anything else worth talking about. I don't think that there was really anything else worth mentioning. I'm getting yelled at to clean my room. Who is this? I don't know. People be DMing me and acting like a bestie even though I have no idea who they are. Man shot dead by police after ramming cars at In-N-Out in California. Looks like we'll get more riots. Oh, he's white. Never mind. Oh, man. There was a situation where a 20-year-old was trying to meet up with a 19-year-old, got his ass jumped and beaten. Yeah. Yeah. Do you use a Pro Art monitor? What is a Pro Art monitor? Oh! Okay, because I recognize that phrasing from Jeremy's laptop, which I still need to send back to him. I haven't left the house yet. So the displays are pretty. My displays are all old. I haven't bought a new display in a while. I have an old Acer. I have a curved Samsung. I have my Wacom, and then I have another Samsung, a 4K Samsung monitor. So I don't buy monitors often, and when I do, I just add them to the mix instead of replacing because I just can't bring myself to get rid of something. I wouldn't mind replacing my Acer monitor. I actually bought, I did buy a monitor, and then I ended up trading that and giving it to my husband. So now he has, I think he's up to 3 monitors now. Yeah. Monitors are expensive. No, monitors have come down in price. If you're looking at the brand new latest and greatest, yes, they're expensive, but something from 2 or 3 years ago is more than beautiful. There's this big issue with people thinking that they have to buy brand new, this big FOMO thing. You don't. Most of this stuff is just a gimmick. Most of it. I don't believe in it. And then, of course, tomorrow a monitor's probably going to release with an RGB frame around it, and then it'll be like, need. Fucking need. But yeah, no, I don't have any of this pro art stuff. The monitor, the screen, I will say that the screen on the laptop is beautiful. It is very clear. Check your email, says my mother. Okay. Let's go do that, fam. Let's see what I got in the Gmails. Which I don't do. It's YouTube's 20th birthday celebration at VidCon. Fun fact, I went to the second ever VidCon that's ever existed. What? Catch up on what you've missed. You've received... Aw, what? Holy shit! Somebody was super, super nice. Thank you, individual. I don't know if you're here. One of the hoodies has been purchased for me. A venti hoodie has been purchased from my Throne link. So thank you so much. Holy shit. Very sweet of you. If you'd like to directly support the stream, you can go check out my Throne link. It's on my pinned tweet, and I think it's also in the video description. Who knows? Because Throne doesn't take any additional funds. YouTube does. And those are just the things that I would buy anyway with your generous contributions. And of course, you can never have too many hoodies. What am I doing? I'm going to my Gmail. Oh, that's where I was. Look at me getting distracted, but I have to go to my other one. Oh, here we go. This is the offer for 2 rooms, but the dates won't work. If I get offers like this from now on, it gives us more options in the future. Ah, my mother. So she's getting free offers for free cruises. Oh, very nice. There we go. Leave. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Most of my vacations over the years have all been basically free or discounted. Which is why I don't go on too many. Alright, now we need some money. Alright, money. Water. I need money. That is true. Everybody needs money. But water, that's what I needed. It is indeed a Monday, though. Ooh, Lumi! You bought your monitor on sale? Fuck yeah! How do I can't just mod you. How are you doing, beautiful? How do I do things on Kick? Oh wait, I have to come over here maybe. There we go. No, I don't want to ban you. How do I just mod you? Is there not an easy mod button? Do I have to like fucking... Do I have to type it? /mod. Mod. Lou. There. Yeah. There you go. Also, you recovering well? Yes. Dude, that was disgusting. That was actually disgusting. I might have like legitimately lost like a pound or 2 that day. Ugh. This is what happens though when you're allergic to everything. No, I know, and I'm so sorry about that. We'll reconnect though. Give me a new date. Give me a new date and we'll work something out. I know you guys plan stuff super far in advance, but I shouldn't be going anywhere. So if you ever have somebody who cancels too, I should be good to go for the rest of summer. Should be. There might be like 1 or 2 days that my parents need me to watch their house, but should be good. I'm not going to be ordering Chinese food anymore after that one though, because I'm getting sick too often from there. It's actually like I love them, but I just can't. I don't know. They're using like way too much garlic or something for me. Husband will be able to go do that. A bully arch to bring you back. Bless. Blessed be. Oh man. Make me a mod band. What? Ooh, excuse me. 3D model work for gaming. Wait, what are we doing? I have a pre-calibrated pro art from Asus Blender work. Tech doesn't advance like it used to. Yes, buying something a couple years old is fine. That it is. 4K is still up there. Is the 4K monitor? How much is a 4K monitor? 4K monitor. Nope, you can get a 4K monitor for $170, $130, $400 for a Pro Art, which is brand new. You can get a Dell 32 plus 4K monitor for $330, was $370. It's on sale. You can get a Samsung for $120, $400. I mean, these are all pretty reasonable. And if you think about how often that you're buying them not that often. But my biggest life hack is actually using a TV as a monitor. I used to use a 60-inch TV as a monitor. Oh, man. Psychotic Mongoose is on kick, too. I mean, that 50 series and 40 series are basically the same as the 30. Yes, that they are. That they are. Oh, man. Yeah, see, that's the best. I actually have a TV behind me, and if I could, I would indeed use it as well. I want to get one of those wireless beaming HDMI things. That way I can just have that over there. Your 3 monitors are different sized, and the smallest I've been using for like 10 years. Yeah. Yeah, all of mine are completely different size, and my Acer one is like the cheapest, worst one, but it's doing great, and it still looks good. Stormborn, thank you for the squiggly 5. Shouldn't have looked at Savvy's throne. Insert applicable comment here. Boy, do I need some of those shark sliders. Dude, my throne has the coolest shit, all right? Like, my throne link, like, honestly, there's also this other cool feature with throne that I actually really like. So you can recommend things to me anonymously. So if you read things and you don't want anyone to know that you're reading those things, but you want to still recommend them to somebody and like geek out over it, people have sent me some of the books that they read, or some of the yaoi and yuri that they read, and I've gotten them, and we've bonded over that in the DMs. So if you send me something and I happen to buy it, like, you know, we can either chat about it, or you can remain 100% anonymous, and I'll never know who sent it or recommended it. But you know, I'll still have some new reading material. So that's actually one of the big reasons why I do love Throne too. But I do have some really, really cool stuff on there. Throne.com/Madam Savvy. I actually want to use it as like a way to like show people too, like some cool deals that I find without like just spamming Twitter from time to time. Because like the deals will stay for a while. Where is it? Do I still? Oh, the Easy Bake Oven. Then sometimes I'm just retarded. Like like this is so stupid. But like I think that this is really cool. I'm just saying. Like, if you've never had freeze-dried ice cream, you need to have it. Freeze-dried food is the best. Freeze-dried ice cream is amazing, and I think that this one's actually a pretty good deal. So, like, you know, go buy these things for yourself to experience. It's so stupid. Oh my god, Savvy, did you play Boyfriend to Death back in the day? Ghetto Bob made a new game a couple years ago, and it's releasing another next month. Ooh, send me a link. Send me. Devil Hawk, thank you for the 2. No doubt you and Beardo bonded over yaoi. I mean, if he sent it to me anonymously, maybe. But yeah, those shark sliders too are on there. They're very funny. Then you can also see the people who make the chillets. And occasionally I do put some reading material on there, but not so much, just because like there's only so much that you can get off of Amazon that's interesting. What else is super cool that I found that was on there? I guess that's some of the figurines are really cool. So I hope that this also inspires people to like just go buy shit for themselves. Cause like there really is just some fun stuff there. There really is. Oh, look at that. Look at my chat bot. I'm just so happy to see these things working. It's very nice. Oh. The machine to freeze dry things is expensive, even the electricity to run it. Now they are. Now they're coming down in price, though. I remember when they were first announced, it was like $6,000 for the smallest possible thing. Now you can get like one of the super small freeze dry machines for like $1,000. And if they come down just a little bit more, I'm absolutely getting one. I love freeze dried things over just drying things. So I have a dehydrator that I do use. I usually use it in the summer for my herbs or for peppers or for jerky. I do make my own jerky blends, which means way less sugar, and I'm very happy. I actually used to, so I used to be like the mothering figure at conventions, and I'd always have Tupperware full of snacks and extra water to give to people. I always like to take care of people like that. So I miss doing things like that, but I'd love to be able to freeze dry and stuff. Someone buy Beardo a speak and spell. Oh no, you're selling chillets? No. I don't sell them. There's just a link if you go to my throne where you can see the people who do make them and sell them. I do have the blue and the pink ones, and thanks to Generous Spheres, of course. So we have the really, really big versions. I think the pink one that's on there is a smaller one, but they do have the really big versions like what I have. You prefer doing your own jerky jerk? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Have you looked at the market? Have you looked at Marketplace for a freeze dryer? No, I would want to buy brand new. For something like that. I would definitely want to buy brand new. Unless somebody like kept it in the box and just never used it. Then in which case, that's different. But I just wouldn't want somebody to like, you know, not come with all the parts. And then if something happens, sent you the Steam game links on Discord. Bless you. Thank you. Any shark shoes? Yes, actually, there are shark shoes on the list. Fun fact. So you can go check them out. They're cool. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see. What else is cool? Astronaut ice cream is so delicious, dude. If I could wake up and just eat freeze-dried ice cream for the rest of my life, I'd be so happy. Like, you want to fucking make me happy? You want to say thank you? Don't give me $5. Give me something freeze-dried. Give me freeze-dried strawberries. They're nice and tart. Give me freeze-dried ice cream. Give me freeze-dried fucking steak. I don't give a fuck. Freeze-dried is the way to go. That is my preferred method of consumption. And then if I could like chill it so it was cold, that would be perfect. I would even try freeze-dried ramen. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know how that would work, but I would love it. It's like an abomination. Oh man. It's too fucking hot. Ugh. Is it? I haven't been outside. I don't open the door even. Never had freeze-dried ice cream. Go to my throne list. Buy yourself some freeze-dried ice cream. Enjoy yourself. You have to click into it though to like go look it up on like Amazon or some shit though. You don't, if you buy it through the throne link, it'll send it to me. You want it, so you gotta go click it into your own thing. Which would you recommend? For freeze-dried ice cream, just go straight vanilla if you like that. If you do buy it from like say like an Air and Space Museum, there's I think it's like NASA. I think they're the ones who actually sell it. I don't fucking know. Somebody sells it though, and it's like in the stereotypical packaging, and so you can get the tri-colored flavored one, Oreo, like the cookies and cream, or you can get vanilla. I think. And then there's the chocolate chip mint as well. Savvy laying her first egg? What? No. It certainly wouldn't be my first, god damn it. I'm just kidding. That's a terrible thing. What a terrible fetish to bring up. Actually, you know what? There is something interesting about that, though. So I don't know if you guys have ever looked into these things, but there's two types of different fetishes around that. There's the ovipositors, which is those who have the desire to be I guess to have an egg thrusted into them. And then there's just people who just want to watch that and who want to do the egg pushing themselves, right? So on top of that, this also used to be a thing, I guess, in the Diddy party circles or something, or in Hollywood, where you had to do the egg test, where you had to basically have yourself be so relaxed and used, I guess, that somebody needed to be able to not only push an egg in, but you needed to expel it out without cracking it. This meant that you were well used. So, fun fact. Some information to you. The ovipositors, though, if you end up going that route, the dildos are kind of interesting. They're just a hollow thing. And then you insert these water-soluble eggs that you make ahead of time into it and then squeeze it up into you. I hate that I know these things. And then you can leave them there because it will just dissolve. I don't know how safe that is, but it's a thing. She doesn't lay eggs from her lower region. She vomits them from her egg sac. Great to see you back, Savvy. First time ever commenting, but I've watched your stuff since you played Dustborn. Such a breath of fresh air to watch unhinged female streamers, saying as a girly myself. Thank you. Yes, I'm sure you're still saying that after what I just described. Bless you. Oh, did you post a link or was it accidental? Oh, okay, it was accidental. How did we wrap back around to Bad Dragon? Sorry, I'll ease up the link thing. I did put in the bot just because I needed it for kick. But, yeah, it can be a little imposing on people. I'm sorry about that. I watch Savvy streams for science, I swear. Oh, speaking of science, this is cool. So we're gonna jump off the dildo talk. Pipakistan National, thank you for the Canadian 5. Hey, Savvy, off topic. It's okay. Probably for the best. Are you a fan of any of the art or characters from the Neptunia franchise? Yes, I am. I have seen some artists and I follow some artists who do some art from that. I don't know a crazy amount about it, but, you know, it do be what it do be. Yes. There goes 2 minutes of my life that I would like to exercise from my timeline. I'm sorry, I do that. Anyway, so science. There's some cool stuff. I've been watching a lot of science and James Webb Telescope things and talks and things like that. Did you know that scientists right now have boxed themselves in when it comes to the age of the universe? So somehow, through the power of the James Webb Telescope, they have discovered not only repeating universe or galaxies, but they've also discovered a galaxy that, judging by its size and its mass, is much older than what they claim the universe is. And I just sit there and I think, if science can make these kinds of mistakes, it just makes you wonder on the macro level for us, for our existence, what kinds of things that people get wrong. And it just makes me sit there and think about all the activists in the gaming industry and all these people and all of their wild assertions and all of these things that they claim. I'm just like, if some of the best and the brightest in this world can make such an absolutely ridiculous mistake with, while still trying to keep themselves boxed in, I just wonder what goes through their fucking minds. And it's just crazy. It's crazy to think about. I love science, and I don't even understand how they're doing these measurements. I don't understand how they're reading the data. I may never understand it. I'd like to, but God, it's just so fascinating. And there's just so much we don't know. We are so truly small and insignificant, but we like to think ourselves so grandiose. Scientists also lie to retain funding. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I guess SpaceX building a star cruiser for interplanetary travel that's supposed to be ready by 2030. There's no fucking way. There's no way. I don't believe it. And that's not me shitting on SpaceX. I just don't believe that that'll happen. I don't think that we will see. I'd like for us to get to Mars. Don't get me wrong. I just don't see it happening in my standard lifespan. I just don't see it happening. Now, if we digitize ourselves, then maybe I'll get to see it, but who knows? All I know is that someone turned on the current machine. Yes, she has the facial structure of a bird. I respect the science. My nose isn't hooked. I have a normal nose. I don't understand that. You're a scientist, Savvy, a biologist. This is true. This is actually true. For those who don't know, I did graduate with a biology degree. I did work in a parasitology lab. I've done some science-y things. We'll never see aliens and Savvy is depressed. Rip will never see the weird dongs. I know! I want to know how they reproduce. God damn it. You love history? I do too. I've come to have an appreciation for history, actually. And I wonder how much history that we have on record is still a lie. How much of it still don't we know? I think that's crazy. Not all birds have hooked beaks. Well, no, but I don't think this is big enough to call me bird lady, goddammit. 2026 for a drone starship to be launched to Mars. 2030 for the start of space platform production for moon conquering. So my husband's been on a project with NASA through his company, and it's gone on several years beyond the due date. They're basically still at square one because people at NASA are fucking stupid. Now, in a company like SpaceX, they don't run it the way NASA does. So if everything went smoothly, my husband even said that they still wouldn't have been ready by now, and they're just working on stuff for the moon. So I don't know. I don't know. School does such a bad job teaching history. It does. It is very careful, and that's very concerning on how they do things. Husband is a spaceman. Husband is a very important spaceman, yes. Jedi Dusk, thank you so much for the 5. I don't think a lot of the long-term age of things are hard science anymore. I don't think so either. But it just, we're just along for the ride. If we just sent up Katy Perry, I'm sure she'd be ready within a week. I think so, too. We're not paying for NASA through our taxes, are we? Yeah, we are. And NASA needs to be gutted. It does. The incompetency. Oh my God. It used to be such a prestigious thing to work for NASA. If I went and worked for them, I'd be embarrassed. I would never want to work for them as they are today. Absolutely embarrassing what they're doing. They outsource everything. So it's like, why do you have so many employees? Why is this? What do you even do all day? She almost showed her true form. She's gaslighting. You're crazy. You're crazy. You know what I think Lilo and Stitch remakes proves? Modern Disney is so bland and out of touch that the first movie they make, not obnoxiously gay, is the one movie everyone loved the gay shit in. I think that that's honestly fascinating. It's actually quite tragic and true. Oh man, everybody was demanding that, and it was so good to see. It's so good to see. Since NASA buys from SpaceX, that means we're also funding SpaceX. Yes, SpaceX does have its way into some of the contracts. But so government funding into things like SpaceX would be useful. That's a good thing. NASA needs to be gutted and replaced with SpaceX, basically. We're going to need new space stations before even thinking about Mars. Yep. Does NASA have to be gutted or thrown in the wood chipper? I don't know. NASA is so pathetic. SpaceX had to rescue the astronauts last year, remember? Yep, that's what happens when you outsource literally everything. She revealed her belly. I did reveal my belly button earlier. I was indeed born of a human. Hence, space platforms for greater ship productions, if only. My grandpa helped out with the Manhattan Project once upon a time. God damn. Pressing X, you were delivered by a stork. Also true. NASA has become the 1992 space movie. Yes. You know, I will say, despite Savvy being so skinny, she gives really warm and friendly hugs. Bless. I try. I'm not too much of a hugger. I actually find hugs to be kind of difficult for me because of my size. So I always wonder if I'm like I think I'm super uncomfortable to hug just because I am a bit bony. And I can't imagine people actually like that. I've always thought, it's a weird thing to have an insecurity over, isn't it? Oh, I'm too bony to hug. But it do be. You didn't find that all? Good. Well, good. Good. Someone called? Yes! 1992 space movie. You're right about Disney being all modern and bland, which is why Universal is always kicking Disney's ass. Yep. Yeah, and Disney's going to keep losing, and you know what? They did it to themselves. So it do unfortunately do be like that sometimes. But that's all I have for today. That is all I have. Little hour and a half Monday stream for y'all. Maybe we'll come back and do some other streams. I've got some artwork I want to work on. I need to acquire some After Effects because surprisingly, I don't know if there is a better replacement for After Effects, but it's just what I know. And I just want to make some quick animations. I don't want to have to learn something right now. So I do need to go back and acquire that. Unfortunately, the way that I would acquire it is gone, so I gotta find a new one. I can't tell if your dog is freaking huge or you're just small. A bit of both. My dog is actually big. My dog is big. Kaya is very big. I know James Lee talked about the AE replacement. Oh, did he? I can send you his video. Yes, please. Yes, please. Do you have After Effects by chance? You strike me as somebody who would acquire things. I've tried DaVinci Resolve animating tools and they are confusing. I like DaVinci Resolve for just basic editing. I do also have CapCut and I've got stuff for like photo editing, but in terms of the animation that I want to do, I hate this, but like After Effects, man, like, can I just have the old After Effects that I bought? I would take the oldest version of After Effects possible if it meant just having the program, you know? I can acquire. Ah, okay. Bless. All right, we will. Well, I'll message you after I turn this off. Someone's at the door. Blender is great. Blender is also great. I do love Blender. Blender is free permanently. I want to give them money. I don't know why. Husband's going. Security dog. Yeah. Okay, it was just our neighbor. Our neighbor's super freaking nice. He was just waiting. No, it wasn't. It wasn't the feds. No, it's our neighbor. Yeah, hi. Thank you, Security Doge. He's now making the rounds. So that is our wolf dog that you heard. That's Bear. He is a senior boy. I think he's 6. No, he's 14 now. 14 or 15. You'd never know it. He still prances around like a puppy. So he is part timber wolf, part Malamute. He's a low to mid content, mid-ish, more on the mid side. But he borks at the door for us, so he's a very good boy. The other dog, Kaya, she's the bigger one. She's the purebred Malamute. She's the big fluffy monster. No wolf in her whatsoever. She's giant woolly. She does not bork like that. She will only bork when Banan is present. Actually, since I have Banan, Kaya. Oh, there's the bork. Careful. No, back. Go back. No, back. Come on, here. Yes, chat gets a special treat today. What are you doing? Come. You just went the dumbest way possible. Here. Hiya. Here. Yes, you're... Really? Kaya. Kaya. Ow! Yes, desperate dog. Very desperate. You like bananas? Want some bananas? Nice banana. Yes, oh, leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Yes, good girl. Oh, you're a good girl. Yes. Oh, I want to kiss you. Thank you. Leave it. Spin. Spin. You got nowhere to go. Alright. Spin. No, not jump. Spin. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Alright, leave it. Hey, get her! You're crazy. Alright, that's a little bit dangerous because it's kind of slippery, so I won't make you jump. I won't make you jump. Let's see if we can show off your size. Come on. No, hey, don't be sneaky. Come on. Up. Okay, there you go. Almost there. Come here. Ah, you're okay. Come here. Kaya, here. Come on. Up. Here, you're... Oh, there you go. Come on. Up. No, she doesn't want to lift up onto her back legs. The other dog does not like banana. He Bowtie Bear is trying to gaslight you into thinking that he's not receiving treats. He hates banana, but let's see if because she's eating them, he'll take one. He doesn't like them. Yeah, give me the banana. Leave it, that's just the peel. Weirdo. Gonna eat the bananas? Okay, he's gonna take it to his nest. Here, let's see if we can get you to turn around. Ow! Sit. Ooh. Leave it. Leave it. Aw, leave it. Oh, sneaky. Leave it. It's called temptation training, basically. Yes. Good girl. Alright, get out of here. Come on. No, there's no more bananas. Goodbye. Goodbye, you fat cow. Oh my god, my feet are crushed. Yeah, Bear is the wolf one, she is not. So that was that. Hey, get out of here! Those are all moldy. Get out of here. The science experiments. Leave. You're not even supposed to be back here, you're crazy. Can you get so no huskies, they're all Malamutes. But yes. There you go. So you guys got to see banana time. I would cry if these two surrounded me in an alley. Oh, you're scared of dogs? I promise you, you would lose your fear of doggos with her. She could have been a therapy dog. The only reason why I never got her certified, she's passed all the other training, but the one thing that we couldn't... No, out. Get out of here. The one thing that she just could not latch on to was the self-control when something fell. For the most part, she was good, but they have to pass a test where, you know, something small gets dropped and then they have no interest in it. Unfortunately, she, no matter what, would just show interest in anything. And this is important just because you wouldn't want a dog to pick up medication, for instance. So I wanted to do volunteering with her, but unfortunately, she was just... It was the one thing where she struggled with. But it's okay, though. It's okay, though. Her temperament otherwise is amazing. She loves to snuggle and lay with you, and, like, she's totally fine being a couch potato when she wants to be. Banana time for Beardo tomorrow night? What the fuck? Wait, get out of here. You're crazy. Yes, good girl. Okay. She wanted all the fun meds? Yeah, exactly. She weighs more than you. She does. So she is about 100, and we got her down to 20-ish pounds. She was 135. I'm 107 as of the other day. So, yes. But I am... Maybe she wants to co-stream with you? Well, no, she wants the banana peel. That's what she wants. Bring on Tuesday night event. I mean, they occasionally, once in a while, make an appearance, but hey, yeah. Is she the dog that has sent you to the emergency room? Yes, she is the one who broke my foot. She broke it. She seems super cute. I'm just bad with big doggies. That's understandable. We have a neighbor who's terrified of dogs as well, but she actually likes Kaya too. She's this really sweet Indian woman who likes to grow sunflowers. And she's terrified of dogs, but she likes watching Kaya from afar. She's like, she said too that Kaya is the only dog that she can be like that with. So, but yeah. Anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Thank you for all the love and support today. I really appreciate it. You guys have been nonstop generous and kind with me, and it truly does mean the world. Thank you so much for giving me your time, and I will see you guys tomorrow. We will probably do a dedicated art stream. Last night, oh my god, it's chaos. I did also start, other than just drawing glossy balls, I did also, ooh, that just went off. I do draw ladies on occasions. It's just a doodle. It's the starting stages of a new character. I'm basically taking an African wild dog, taking the ears and the tail, and then combining it with an Aztec kind of inspired character. I don't know why. I just think the colors would be fun. But that's all good. Anyway. I love you all. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.